I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tybus will put anything in his mouth on a dare. All right, almost anything. No, I stand by my previous statement. This is T-Bone and Tybus.
You tweet the program at Bone and Tybus 971. Of course, if you miss anything from the program, you can always find it. You can go get our podcast. Wherever you get podcasts, just search T-Bone and Tybus. It's right there free of charge. Comes to your device every single day when you hit subscribe, like, or follow. So do that, and then you'll never miss an episode. Bo Bishop joining us now. Bo, I saw some quotes from the guy who owns the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft.
Okay.
Robert is getting up there in age. We played some of his audio earlier, and, the speech is not quite as quick as we would have hoped. But one of the things we actually, I'm not kidding, we had to speed him up because it was a little rough. However, he made a point that brought up an issue that Tybus and I have had, and I'm curious where you stand on this.
Okay.
I'm watching playoff games over the weekend. I'm seeing snow. I'm seeing rain. I'm saying this is football weather. This is great.
Yeah.
I come in Monday, and Mr. Killjoy in here, Tybus, along with Dylan, they're both like, man, can't wait to get that out of the game. Can't wait to have all these be in domes. Robert Kraft actually said he never wants to lose the outdoor advantage they have by coming up to New England and playing in the cold. So I ask you, where do you stand on that issue? Do you want these games to be in domes generally, or do you prefer a little bit of an outdoor game if you can have it?
Well, I think it's easy to say that I love watching games in the snow when you're inside watching the games in the snow outside.
Right.
So I think that's part of it. Like when you have to go stand in it or you got to go deal with it, then that's a little bit of a different thing. The other thing I would say to Bob Kraft on that is, yeah, I bet it's really nice to have home games in New England, and the weather, I'm sure, is a certain part of the factor. The other factor may have been the fact that you had Tom Brady and now Drake May. And so there's some home field advantage that comes with having a stud quarterback that's very, very real. My stance on this, buddy, it's going to be opposite yours, is that what I want is the best football. Like, I don't want elements dictating how a game is played. I don't want poor turf. I'd rather have it be always pristine so that the best team wins when the game is played, and so that the elements have absolutely no impact on the game. That would be my preferred choice. That being said, like, I'm like you. I watched the game on Saturday. I watched all of it. Watched it Saturday night, Sunday night, and you watch it from the warmth of your home with an 80-inch television that's in 4K, and you go, God, I feel like I'm there. The beautiful thing is you're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
Well,
you're
and
not
that's
freezing. And so that's part of it. And it's also, we always see it at the apex level, right? We always want it when it's an NFC divisional game or AFC championship game. But what happens in December when you're maybe not having the season that you wanted and you go in the elements and there's 18,000 people there? Like, there's that part of it, too, that we never talk about because we only talk about it. Great snow game at Lambeau, great snow game at Soldier, that type of stuff. And I understand that's probably opposite to what most people want in this situation. I get it. But if you've been to one of those cold weather domes like the one in Minneapolis, you go, God, this is what you want right here. And by the way, their home field's great. Well, really loud, all of those things.
I just wonder, like, the Raiders have a dome. I'm going to guess the vibes there were not great. Like, to your point about if it's rainy and cold in December and you're a 3-win team, it's probably not that much better if you're in a dome and you're a 3-win team. It probably, like, at the end of the day,
No, maybe not.
I think your main point about Tom Brady, Drake May, that has more to do with how I feel at a game than probably the weather does. Although I do have to bring more layers if we're out in the cold.
I mean, I was at the game, the Bills-Browns game in 2007, the game that was the Snow Bowl game. Okay. Yeah. And I think it was like, maybe it was 10-3 or 10-2. I can't even really remember. But I remember walking out of that. And I remember just barely being able to stay warm and was properly layered. I grew up in Montana, could barely handle it. And everybody looks back on that game like it's everyone's like, I was there. And I remember just thinking, I cannot wait to get out of this. Get out of it. And the Browns ended up winning that game, and there was some joy that went with it. And I also remember I damn near saved my father-in-law's life walking back to the parking lot because he hit sheer ice and the wind hit, and he took a fall. I grabbed him by the arm and kept him up, probably while I'm going to remain in the will despite my other shortcomings. But yeah. No, look, I get it. I see both sides of it. I just, to me, just a personal preference, give me pristine football. That's what I want to see is pristine football.
Bo, I talked to you last week about how my wife is coaching my daughters in basketball camp. Yeah. And I told you my oldest is 5 and my youngest is 3. Mm-hmm. Is 3 too young to make the assessment that a kid is lazy?
Yeah, I've been this morning. I'm like, he's like, oh man, she's lazy. And I said, buddy, she might just be 3.
No, but hear me out. So my oldest, Layliana Lay, the 5-year-old, she is a hard worker. Like when she likes something, she's going to continue to do it to try to get better. My 3-year-old is the naturally gifted athlete where she just can do it, but she doesn't want to do it. And it was like this big fuss about her going out there and doing it. But when she does it as good as anybody. But so it's lazy.
I got you. I think that some traits are inherent.
No.
So I think now, here's how this would be in my experience, the way to coach her out of that would be to pit her against big sister, who's the pleaser. And then what will happen is she will have to elevate to compete against the big sis. And then inevitably she will probably, if she's more gifted athletically, it'll actually hold both of their feet to the fire.
I'm going to be honest with you, Bo. You don't know Joe. Joe does not care. She's like
there's no jealousy.
She has like the Russell Westbrook. Like she just naturally just does not care about anything. If
she's not competitive with her sister at all.
No, I mean they fight over toys and stuff like that. But
there you go. So there's give a damn.
That's it.
What you got to find that. And you got to pair them against each other.
You can praise Lay all you want, and she'll say, "I don't care."
Well, what if you say, if you worked as hard as your sister, maybe you would have this?
She'll say no.
Yeah, but in athletics, like as she ages, I think that's going to be your play, because then they're going to go head to head. And by the way, that's going to elevate her obviously incredibly.
I'll tell you,
incredibly.
It's not good advice, but what we had to do with my middle daughter, who's the second one,
well, she will be the middle daughter.
She's the same way. She was the most gifted athletically, but sometimes her give a damn was not there. So at one of her soccer games one day, I got sick of it, and I said, "Listen, you score a goal today, you get $10. Get it done." And she went out there, scored 2.
So I got to incentivize. Is what you said.
No, it didn't last. Like it did after a while, because then she ran up against tougher competition. But I'm just saying, like, that was the first time where it clicked into her. It's like, oh, if I do this, I get something. Sometimes that's what it is. I'm not saying
helps.
Yeah, I'm not saying you need to get them on a pro contract necessarily, but there's some of that. So maybe a little, I don't know, Paw Patrol. Maybe there's
She'll
a
get there.
little less Paw Patrol, and a little more practice time. I don't know.
She'll get there. And then what'll end up happening, like my middle has elements of his game that my oldest and youngest don't have, because he always went against the oldest, who's considerably bigger. And so like he has like this kind of a fade shot that he does, like, and he can bounce off, like for hoops, he can like bounce off people and then get space, which is something that the others don't have. But he has that because he played against his older brother, and that was the only way he could get a shot off. Yeah. So that's something that'll only help her in the long run.
There you go. What do you guys have coming up on the show today, Bo?
I don't know, man. I mean, this weather, I'm staring down the barrel of just going to be brutal for like 2 weeks. I'm just trying to keep it afloat.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to a first Friday and a cocktail after I'm done with 2 youth practices tonight and home at 9:30. Like 4 fingers of something is where I'm at, and we'll just try to take it one day at a time, boys. Yeah. Just try to do it one day at a time. It's all we can do.
There's no look ahead in the forecast right now. Just lock in on today. Lock in on today. Don't worry about what's coming up, because it's I looked at the 10-day, I looked at the 15-day, and it's like I'm seeing single digits, and I don't like that. That's not where I want to be.
May? Can I get to May? What are we doing?
There you go. A first Friday with Bo Bishop and friends coming up next. Thanks, Bo. We appreciate it.
Hi, boys.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
All right, so a little bit of I don't know if it's a controversy, but during the national championship game, one of the cameras panned over to a very popular star of film, we'll put it that way. Her name is Abella Danger. And if you're saying, I don't know who that is, well, feel free to Google, but not on a work computer, because
well, Dustin can tell you who she is.
What she does for a living, well, yeah, I don't have the audio, but yeah, she is an adult film actress. So anyway, she, though, is also a student at Miami.
She's a porn star.
Thank you. She is in college, and she goes to the University of Miami, grew up in that area, big Canes fan. So she was there at the game, mind her own business, and after the fact, people noticed that she was on TV. She said, I would give anything in the world to not have ESPN film me, and I'm so desperately sorry to anyone I offended with my attendance at the game. I wish I could be any other student supporting my team. Well, I mean, she has 10 million followers on her Instagram, apparently, so I think once you reach that level of celebrity, that's kind of out the window.
Well, it means that she must be good at what she does.
I wouldn't know, Tyvis.
Me either.
We're going to have to, you know what?
All I know is that she was trending after the game.
Well, there you go. That's the trade-off, I guess.
Let her live.
Bishop and friends coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In Plain City, we are closely monitoring some lane closures on 33 in that eastbound direction, just passing 42 over by Jerome Township this morning. The right lane currently blocked on 71 southbound at 11th Avenue for a lot of our drivers heading downtown, especially coming in from the north side. And still noticing a big crash on 670 westbound, just passing Airport and Cassidy Avenue. The right shoulder currently blocked because of that incident. We do know that congestion really building to even past 670 and 270 on this Wednesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Have a great Wednesday.
Men, it's the